action continues here inside the Phil Sports Arena as Kyle Negrito and the Creamline Cool Smashers look to advance for the 10th time in PVL history in its finals as Jasmine Bohr and the Chery Tiggo Crossovers on the other end would like to, of course, extend this series to 3 games. Game number 3, if it happens, will happen inside the Phil Sports Arena this coming Tuesday. But of course, as Sam Corrales just mentioned, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. That is the case for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Sam Corrales and Ayel Estranero. Now, Ayel, of course, you watched game number 1 of this series. I want to get your thoughts about this matchup so far.
Oh, well, definitely it's going to be a very important game. Creamline continues to display their dominance. They swept the elimination round. They swept Chery Tiggo in game 1. But, you know, Chery Tiggo has proven to be resilient this conference. So let's see if they can bounce back and extend this series to game 3.
Well, that's what happened for the Chocomucho Flying Titans as they were able to defeat the Signal HD Spikers in straight sets for today. But let's go back to game number 1. You see the differences in spikes and blocks. Kwento mo naman sa amin, Ayel, yung mga pangyayari ng game na yun.
So, well, definitely in game 1, the Cool Smashers had an all-around performance. They continue to shine as the best spiking team, tallying 51 attack points. Kyle Negrito had a balanced ball distribution with all attackers activated. Meanwhile, on the other side, Ea Lauri carried the bigger load in scoring for the crossovers, and with Ea Lauri getting most of the sets, the crossovers became predictable. 8 kill blocks for the Cool Smashers against the 4 of the crossovers. So if Chery Tiggo wants to extend their series, the semi-series, they have to outsmart and overpower the Cool Smashers in spiking today.
There's si Mylene Pat. At the brief point in game number 1, she played middle blocker for Chery Tiggo. That was certainly a very interesting case. But one person who stepped up for their opponents, the Creamline Cool Smashers, was this woman, the phenom herself, Eliza Valdez.
No, exactly. Valdez has had a limited playing time this conference, giving the constant changes in the starters of Creamline. But the phenom continues to be a reliable leader, whether as a starter or coming off the bench. In game 1, she played all 3 sets, tallied 12 points, and even scored a clutch service ace to win set 2. So her leadership and her winning mindset will definitely gonna be important as they try to secure their final slot. But before we move forward, before we move on to the other side of the courts, let's bring in Sam Corrales for some courtside report.
Yes, of course, you were talking about Atalay, and I want to talk more about the phenom in her first game back. Now, she told me she was so glad to be back in action, but of course, in true phenom manner, she is expecting more from her squad. Now, Chery is definitely gonna fight back, and it will be a good fight. So Creamline needs to address those lapses and play together more. Eliza told me closeout games are hard, so they are gonna be banking on familiarity and composure to get this game. Now, of course, we know Creamline is a team that has been intact for so many conferences now, and they do have a lot of stars, but an underrated part of their game is how everybody contributes in their own way. Just like this girl right here, Lori Bernardo. Let's talk more about her growth as we hear from Pons and her teammates from the UP Fighting Maroons, Tots Carlos.
Lori Bernardo is our team player.
Lori Bernardo is our team player. Importante si Lori sa Creamline kasi she's always ready to contribute. Na every time na ipasok siya ni coach, gaganda ng mga touches niya, sinusunod niya yung sistema, nagko-contribute siya in terms of offense, defense.
Si Lori kasi off court, sobrang kulit niyan. Sobra. As in, sobrang hilig niyang mag-TikTok, ganyan. Basta bigla-bigla, pag narinig niya lang yung music na to, makita mo na lang siyang, bigla na lang siya sasayaw. So parang nakakatuwa kasi parang madadala ka din sa kanya.
Lagi kong sinasabi na hindi nakikita ng mga tao yung mga effort na pinuput niya sa training, sa games, especially sa training kasi isa siya sa mga malaking factor kung bakit nag-i-improve yung mga kami as players, and sobrang happy lang kami na tinatanggap niya lahat ng role na ibigay sa kanya. And right now, we're really proud of her kasi yun nga, despite the transition of positions, middle, opposite, tas middle again. Sobrang nakikita namin na talagang nag-excel siya, and nakikita namin na sobrang nag-improve siya from the start pa lang na pagpapasok niya sa Creamline.
Si Lori, sobrang dami pa niyang kayang ipakita kasi unang-una ang tangkad niya, tas mataas din siya tumalon, tas kaliwete pa siya, tas middle blocker siya. Sobrang dami pa talaga. Basta alam ko na kayang-kaya niya, basta pagtiwala lang siya sa sarili niya. Marami pang taong mapapamangha si Lori ngayong semifinals.
Now let's turn to the other side of things as we go to the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, really looking to keep their finals hopes alive with a win today. Now, I got to speak with Jas Nabor, and she told me that after game 1, it took them about an hour in the dugout after the last game. Kailangan daw nilang balikan ang performance nila sa quarterfinals. This is all they talked about, their games against Petrogas, Signal, and F2. Now, in that game 1 against Creamline, nakulangan daw sila sa kapit. Kailangan nilang magtulungan versus Creamline because matagal na talaga ang kanilang samahan. Now, the return of Jas Nabor has really boosted the squad, and her efforts have not gone unnoticed as Pauline Gaston and Cez Robles share their thoughts on this setter right here.
Jas Nabor is our team player.
Jas Nabor is our team player. Co-captain namin siya. So, malaking halaga talaga na nandyan siya palagi para sa amin. And syempre, as a co-captain namin, kailangan din yung leadership niya sa court, outside the court. Syempre, pagiging ate din. Hindi naman dahil na siya yung first setter, pero yung malaking halaga din yung sa outside court na ginaguide ka niya, na pagsasabihan ka niya bilang ate.
It's really important that she plays her game because she is the root and the soul of Chery Tiggo, I think. Especially sa ngayon. When she plays well, everyone plays well.
Past few games kasi namin, nagkasakit si Ate Jas. So, dun mo makikita kung paano siya, kung paano niya love yung team talaga, kung gaano niya gustong manalo kami. So, dun pa lang nakikita namin kung gaano kagusto ni Ate Jas na makaabot kami dito, lalo na sa finals.
Ang pinagkaiba ni Jas sa lahat ng setters ngayon conference ay meron po siyang championship experience. As a setter, I think she is smart. She likes to think outside of the box, and she is hardworking. Talaga, hindi siya sumusuko basta-basta.
Well, let's see if that championship experience of Jasmine Nabor can be translated here in Game 2 of our semifinals series. In Game 1, she had 12 excellent sets to the 23 of Kyle Negrito. And so I ask you this question, Ayel, is Jasmine Nabor the most important Chery Tiggo crossover for Game 2?
Oh, well, definitely. Pauline Gaston mentioned that in the feature earlier. She's the root and the soul of this Chery Tiggo crossover. She plays a crucial role in the semis as the team's starting setter. She did her best orchestrating the offense, but she heavily relied on Ea Laure, which became a disadvantage. So the playmaking of Nabor today will definitely significantly make the biggest difference for the crossovers.
Well, you already mentioned Ea Laure. She scored well with 18 in their first game in the series, and she was actually a part of our player matchup against Gemma Galanza. That is the same case for today, our premier spotlight. The two scorers, again, inside the Phil Sports Arena.
Exactly. We highlighted these two players in Game 1, and they've proven that indeed they are the do-it-all players of their squad. Gemma Galanza led her team in scoring with 17 points and showcased again her athleticism and creativity with her placement shots. Meanwhile, Ea Laure, 18 points from the right pin to the left pin to the back row, really did it all for the crossovers. But again, if the crossovers want a Game 3, they need Ea Laure and the help of the rest of the crossovers to get that win against an established system and chemistry of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Actually, we have more for these two players in our pre-game because not only are they in our premier spotlight, but our question for the day actually involves these two players. So Sam, why don't you go ahead and share to us our question?
Yes, that's right. We talked about their Game 1 output, but there can only be one person that can lead themselves to a semis victory. So the Pilipinas Live poll question for today is, which star will have a heroic all-around performance? Is it Ea Laure of the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, or is it Gemma Galanza of the Creamline Cool Smashers? Do not forget to use the hashtag PVL2023 when you share your answers with us and join the action online here at the PVL. Now, Migs and Ayel, I know we're all excited. The fans are excited for Game 2, but do you have any initial thoughts? Ayel, let's pick your brain for
Well,
this.
definitely we're expecting Gemma Galanza and Ea Laure to step it up in this game. But the bigger question is, who will be the biggest support for Ea Laure and Gemma Galanza from both teams in today's game?
So it's not just those two, it's everybody else for
Right.
Chery Tiggo and Creamline. Don't go away, folks, because game number 2 will happen here inside the Phil Sports Arena after this break.
Back set to Tots, no doubt. Paat down the line and good. Combination to Gemma. Nabor. Adorador with a point.
Bibigyan namin sila ng magandang laban hanggang makapasok kami ng finals.
We're here because of each other and we will finish this together.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match. Our first referee, Patrick Castillo, national referee. Our second referee, Mark Santos, national referee. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Outside spiker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 2, team captain, Eliza Valdez. Center from the Far Eastern University, number 1, Kyle Negrito. Middle blocker from the National University, number 5, Risa Sato. Middle blocker from the College of St. Benil, number 6, Jeanette Panaga. Opposite hitter from the University of the Philippines, number 18, Tots Carlos. Outside spiker from Adamson University, number 23, Gemma Galanza. Starting middle from Ateneo, number 8, Ella De Jesus. The head coach for Creamline is Sherwin Meneses. And now the starters for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Outside spiker from the University of Santo Tomas, number 9, team captain E.J. Laure. Center from the National University, number 2, Jasmine Nabor. Opposite hitter from Adamson University, number 7, Mylene Pot. Outside spiker from USC, number 8, Aya Laure. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 16, Zach Karandang. Middle blocker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 22, Pauline Gason. Starting libero from FEU, number 25, Buting Durendez. Head coach for Chery Tiggo is Aaron Velez. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is game 2 of the semifinals between Creamline.
Presenting the starters for Creamline in game number 2, we have Eliza Valdez with Tots Carlos, Risa Sato, Max Panaga, Kyle Negrito, Gemma Galanza, and Ella De Jesus, the usual names wearing white for today. And for Chery Tiggo, we have EJ Laure, beginning with Zach Karandang, Ea Laure, Pauline Gaston, Jasmine Nabor, Mylene Paat, and Buding Duremdes. Those are your starters. Start a new way to watch the PVL via the Pilipinas Live app for Filipinos everywhere. Download and subscribe now for 149 pesos only. Welcome to game number 2 between the Creamline Cool Smashers and the Chery Tiggo Crossovers as we come to you live from the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. This is Mix Gomez alongside Ayel Estranero and Sam Corrales. Now, Ayel, let's talk about the starting lineup change for Chery Tiggo. We have Zach Karandang on the floor right now. Your thoughts about that?
Oh, well, Zach Karandang did not start in the game 1, but she was put in that second set and the third set, and we can really say that she was a game changer there, not just in terms of scoring, but definitely brought in the positive energy, that fighting spirit that was a bit lacking in the first set of that game 1 series for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers.
First point of this match belongs to Creamline as Gemma Galanza gets ready to serve now. Again, Creamline is looking for its 10th finals appearance in PVL history. That's out of 13 conferences, by the way.
No, that just really proves their dominance here in their campaign in the PVL. And as we've mentioned earlier, for the crossovers to be able to challenge Creamline here, they really need to outsmart and overpower the floor defense, the net defense, because so far Creamline has been playing an all-around game all throughout the conference.
Well, you did mention it's not just Ea Laure that has to be all around for Chery Tiggo, but the rest of her team as well. Tough save there. Looks like Kyla Atienza wasn't able to get to the ball. As now we turn you over to Sam Corrales.
We saw Mylene Pat start as a middle blocker in place of Zach Carandang in Game 1, and this also came as a surprise to the team. Now, good news though, Zach is back and she's feeling 100% today after being down for a week. Now, Zach lost a total of 3 kilograms since she was sick, so she made sure to put work on her nutrition, putting on weight and muscle. She eventually came alive and put up 9 points in Game 1. At sabi nga niya sa akin, her mindset was this: 2 options only, stay in bed or bumawi and show up for her squad if they want to keep their finals hopes alive. Catch more of the action, the Pilipinas Live app, for just 149 pesos a month, available for Filipinos everywhere in the world. Migs and Ayel?
Very timely report from Sam Corrales. Ayel, Sam already mentioned it. It's not easy for players to be at 100% at this point.
Exactly. So it's very impressive how Zach Carandang actually played really well in that Game 1, but a miscue there between Nabor, Zach Carandang, and Mylene Pat. It was supposed to be a combination play.
Good start here for Pax Panaga and company. Creamline is up 4-1. As you now get to see our first substitution, Shaya Adorador checking in for Mama P.
An early substitution here on the side of the crossovers. Mylene Pat, second leading scorer in their the Game 1 against the Cool Smashers.
She had 9 points alongside Zach Carandang. And here's El Laure, the leading scorer in game number 1, putting the ball down.
Laura continues to be the leading scorer, the power hitter on the side of the crossovers. A great set there coming from Nirva. Laura maximizing the gap in between the blockers.
Zach Carandang will now be serving. That ball goes in, not the best of receives. Alyssa will send that ball to the other side and down on the ground.
Great decision there for Nabor to extend her arms, but no support for the second touch. All right, now seems like Creamline is taking control of this game.
5-2. Tots Carlos now serves. Straight to Shaya Adorador. There's the setup to Pauline Gaston. Chase here. Won't work anymore.
And this could be the strength also that will work for the crossovers. So one thing lacking from them is the activation of the middles. Only 3 points for Gaston in that Game 1. But definitely she can be a bigger contributor in terms of scoring here.
Maybe she can have a game like Zach Carandang's game in their first matchup for this series. As Alyssa approaches, couldn't score. Buding was there. And here's Ea Laure against 2 blockers. She could not score as well.
And for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, they really need to get that good first ball, be able to activate the middles, because again, the ball heavily relied on Ea Laure in that first game. And you know, they become so predictable, and it's so easy for Creamline to establish their blocking, especially against Ea Laure.
Oh, they had very timely blocks in game 1, especially in set 2, right? Ea Laure going cross. Ball put up by Jen Yerba. Nabor onto the middle, and that works for Pauline.
And this is why they need that good first ball. Again, they have the advantage in the middle as well. Pauline Gaston can be a threat in scoring. Great angle for her there. Caught Atienza off guard in that defense.
Chery Tiggo trying to catch up for serving 6. Ea sending that ball in. Negrito looks and sets. Gemma Galanza, nice block.
A fast low set from Negrito, but Nabor and Gaston well established against Galanza. And we're also expecting the crossovers to really try to slow down Galanza, as Galanza was the top scorer for the Creamline Cool Smashers in that Game 1.
She had 17. Behind her was Tots Carlos with 15, and Alyssa had 12. Galanza, that was wide.
Galanza this time trying to avoid the blockers, but too much power from her.
So now we're tied at 6.
So far, Laure very consistent on the service line.
Chery Tiggo will now try to go for the lead. Negrito opens up. Gemma with the tip. Ball put up. Chance ball, Creamline. They will go to the slide. Risa Sato.
Perfect execution there between Kyle Negrito and Risa Sato going for that slide attack. No blockers at all there. Gaston trying to close the block but was already late.
Lead regained by Risa Sato and Creamline, but then she gives it away. Another deadlock.
A missed opportunity there on the side of the Cool Smashers. Great start for both teams in the set one.
So now it's Pauline Gaston's turn to serve that ball. Straight to Eliza. Negrito. Slide again. This time it's Pams.
And right now, the great passing of the Creamline Cool Smashers is converting, transitioning well in terms of scoring, really activating the middles there.
Back and forth we go. Here's Kyle Negrito, who has done very well in this conference, Ayel.
Oh, Kyle Negrito, really great ball distribution for her in that game one.
Creamline is #1 in setting, and they're undefeated in our second All-Filipino conference. Lauder tried to push. Tough coverage there by Jen Yerba. And here's Aya from the back. The rally continues. Chance ball, Chery Tiggo. Yerba. Nabor onto EJ, who scores.
And floor defense so far of Chery Tiggo working well for them. Very patient in the floor defense. And this time, EJ Laure converting a point, going to zone 1 there. Valdez late and trying to go for the defense.
Well, Sam did say that Chery Tiggo took an hour in their dugout after that game 1 loss. You think it's paying off so far?
Well, definitely, you know, after a loss, you really have to talk about the adjustments, what you did right, what you did wrong, and for you to be able to execute better in that second game. And right now, everyone working on the side of the crossovers. Earlier, Aya Laure, EJ Laure, this time Adorador, just spinning that ball over zone 1. Perfect placement for her. And Negrito and Valdez also letting that go last second.
Shaya just gave Chery Tiggo its first lead in this game. Negrito opens up. Tots Carlos. That ball went out.
Tots Carlos was trying to go for the hands of Adorador, but too much angle for her there. 2-point game now.
Jasmine Nabor, as you mentioned, she has to be one of the most important players in this game.
She needs to have her A game right now, but that combination play of the Creamline Cool Smashers has been very effective for them. Gemma Galanza in the middle with that 3, only 1 blocker, a lot of angles for her. She can choose any angle to score a point.
When it comes to those moments, kung ikaw ay isang attacker at nakikita mong marami kang pwedeng angulo, is there a certain difference of feeling that you get to have? May excitement ka bang nararamdaman going up for the ball?
Oh, well, definitely may konting giggle na. And you know, as a setter, sometimes you expect na it's an automatic point because again, you did your job, only 1 blocker for the attacker. She has a lot of options and most of the time, you have to choose a power hit. And sometimes pag nag-drop ball pa yun, it's a given chance ball to the opponent.
It's now 11 serving 9. EJ Laure onto Eliza Valdez. Back set to Tots. That met the line.
Again, the service reception of Creamline has been excellent and it's helping Kyle Negrito a lot in terms of her playmaking this time, going to the right pin. Tots Carlos with a lot of space for the down-the-line attack.
That happened in front of Buding Duremdes, who now takes a breather. It's 10 serving 11. Karandang from the middle. Yes, ma'am.
You know, we've talked about Zach Karandang coming from a 1-week break because of being sick. But, you know, again, she's very impressive in terms of scoring. And actually, not just scoring, she played well in terms of floor defense in their previous game. So aside from, you know, Jas Nabor, she's going to be very important also in today's game.
12 to 10. Tots Carlos targeting Zach Karandang. Now Tots is going to apologize.
Zacarandan actually was still in transition, going for the floor defense, but that attack from Tots Carlos was too fast. A lot of risk action there.
Can't help but feel bad for Za. Obviously, it was unintentional for Tots.
Exactly, but you appreciate also the effort of Za.
We were talking about her floor defense. Regalo doon. We shall continue. Shaya Adorador. Tough hit. Tough save as well. And a violation made by Creamline.
Well, that was a great dig coming from Atienza.
First technical timeout in this match. 13-11. Get access to the second All-Filipino conference of the Premier Volleyball League live and in HD on One Sports Plus, plus more premium channels for the whole family when you switch to Signal Postpaid. Subscribe to Plan 520 and enjoy 3 free months with no cash out. Call hashtag 88555 or visit your nearest Signal dealer. We are coming to you live from the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, where the Phenom is in action once more. In game number 2 of their semifinal series against the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Eliza and the rest of the Cool Smashers are looking to advance to the PVL Finals for the 10th time in the league's history. That's out of 13 conference in the entirety of the PVL's longevity, no? So that's how dominant Creamline has been. Out of their 9 finals appearances so far, they've been champions 6 times.
And because of that, they've really developed that winning mindset. So this team really is not easy to play against with because they really know how to win a game. But this time, Chery Tiggo will try to challenge them as Ea Laure found that hole in the floor defense of the Creamline Cool Smashers. Ea Laure has been very smart in terms of choosing her angles today, going down the line this time. That Zone 1 has been the weakness of the Cool Smashers so far in this game.
Well, Ea Laure is trying to duplicate what her former teammate CC Rondina did earlier today as Choco Mucho 1 versus Signal HD. The ball is with Creamline. And it's tipped by Eliza Valdez for the point.
We've talked about Eliza Valdez, who has had a limited playing time this conference, but every time she's put in, she really knows how to lead and score a point. Last second there, just tipping the ball over. Found that hole. No floor defense on the side of the crossovers.
Eliza now has 3 attack points. 12-14, slide for Pauline.
And right now we're seeing better momentum and execution on the side of the crossovers. Talked about how significant and crucial is Jazz Nabor so far, having her A game in terms of playmaking, getting everyone involved.
I'm not sure if you had a conversation with Jazz Nabor before this game, or she might have heard you during our pregame.
Well, that 1-hour conversation after that game 1 definitely is paying off right now.
Pauline again, straight to the back. Negrito recalculates. Tots Carlos, ball put up by Ea. And here's EJ against 2 blockers. Scramble, chance ball, Chery Tiggo. Ea Laure, Jasmine Abor, EJ Laure going cross. No more chase.
And right now, Chery Tiggo just looking more organized in all departments against the Creamline Cool Smashers. Everyone converting points, everyone contributing, and because of that, Coach Sherwin calls a timeout here.
Tayo, umatake sila. So, same lang yan. Kung may receive, yan lang yan. Ha? Wala mag-rest, coach. Okay, matalanta ko nandun yung bola.
Yes, po.
Ganun lang naman kasimple yan. O, atake ulit tayo, ha?
Yes, po. Yes, coach.
Magkitress ba si Gemma? O, di, ano tayo? Doon tayo mag-receive. Gitna, tsaka doon. Para hindi malayo. O, isa lang muna, isa. Let's go.
Yan.
Let's go, girls. Let's go.
Energy girls, ha? All in, Creamline!
Download Pilipinas Live and get free 7-day premium access. Enjoy the NBA, PBA, UAAP, and the PVL along with highlights, updates, and original programs. We just heard Coach Sherwin Meneses saying simple lang yan. As simple as it's supposed to be, no? We didn't see the board.
we expected a very technical timeout from Coach Sherwin talking about the tendencies of the attackers of the crossovers. So right now, the defense of the Cool Smashers being challenged by that.
Ooh, nice hit by Creamline.
But this time, a much needed point on the side of the Cool Smashers. They would want to get some momentum here. But Carlos from the back row, not a lot of power, just the right amount of spin. Adorador was there but could not contain that attack.
Talagay na yun, not a lot of power na yun by Tots Carlos. Is now, what seems to be happening? Is Shai okay? Does she have to be subbed out? I think Paat will now be returning.
Well, Shai Adorador was trying to extend her arms to defend that attack from Tots Carlos.
So let's hope that Shai will be okay. Marlene Paat returns, as you mentioned. And there's Risa Sato enjoying the moment. Gotta love just how animated she is day in and day out.
Exactly. Also one of the leaders in terms of energy on the side of the Cool Smashers.
13-16, EJ going cross.
Now this is the production that they missed in game one. No, EJ Laure only with 1 point in that game one. This time, a classic cross-court attack for her.
EJ Laure has 4 points now in this game. Pauline has 3, by the way. He just served for Chery Tiggo. 17-13, push. And the chase, it works for Creamline. Against 2 blockers, Gemma Galanza will score.
Gemma Galanza this time taking advantage of the hands of her blockers. Nabor and Karandang was there. Great angle for her to get that point.
We're back with Kyle Negrito. Another full rotation. 14 serving 17. 5 excellent sets so far for her. She had 23 in game 1 to Jasmine Nabor's 12. Sharp serve to EJ, who will now attack. Eliza with the dig. Negrito opens up. Gemma Galanza. Good net defense by Chery Tiggo. Back row, Ea Laure. Nice rally. Kyla Atienza will send it now to Tots. And that ball drops for Tots Carlos.
Tots Carlos right now has the hot hands on the side of the Cool Smashers.
I love the shirt, by the way, of that fan. Ka-loyalist.
A lot of supporters from both teams here present in the arena.
If Game 3 will happen, it will happen here in the Phil Sports Arena as well this coming Tuesday. Zakarandang with a hit, and it's a point for her.
Well, Nabor definitely having a good day. Going for another slide attack. Earlier it was Gaston, this time Karandang. And again, the floor defense, the net defense of the Cool Smashers still hasn't adjusted in the playmaking of Jas Nabor.
Jas has 4 excellent sets to your point. Nice serve. Tots Carlos will still score.
No, but Tots Carlos, regardless if it's a good set, if it's a bad set, whatever set it is, she really knows how to score a point this time, just powering through the blocks using the hands of Mylene Paat.
I'm sure you've had your moments like those back in UP.
Well, definitely one of the most reliable spikers here, not just from Creamline, but definitely all over the league.
There you go, right on cue. It's another point for Tots Carlos.
And this time, a different angle for her. Using that risk action to target zone 1.
Tots just cut the lead down to 1.
It looks like the Cool Smashers has found their flow here.
17-18. Ooh, scramble. Miscue for Chery Tiggo. Counter for Creamline. Mylene Paat will give up a free ball. Atienza, Negrito, back set to Tots. Yes!
No, and if Tots Carlos is working, if she has the hot hands, why not go to her again and again? Kyle Negrito with that reverse set. Tots Carlos again this time going down the line.
Coach Kung Fu just called for time. Let's see if they can neutralize Tots Carlos and company.
Yung block natin, yung depensa natin, hindi na go-complement sa isa't isa eh. Pag lumagpas ang bola, ang kuha natin ang bola, nakatagilid tayo. Hindi tayo nakalap kung saan ang gagaling yung bola. Ngayon, pag sa block naman, tumama ang bola sa atin, nagigiba yung braso natin. Lagyan yun ng diin, pag tumama, lagdiinan nyo na. Hindi naman papalo ng malambot yan si Tots. So sa part natin, aggressive tayo. Tapos, tampasa combination. Kung wala, magsabi kayo para hindi sa kayo. Yung kamay mo, May. Kailangan natin makakuha ulit ang Tots, ha? Let's go! Chery!
Some sense of urgency coming from the side of Chery Tiggo as we take a look at Ian Rances and actress Jenny Miller present at the sideline. We actually have a couple of celebrities here, no? And of course, Amy Hernandez is supporting her team. By the way, the first ever NBA in-season tournament is here from 30 teams. We're down to 2. The Indiana Pacers and the Los Angeles Lakers will battle it out for the NBA Cup. That's only on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live. Hashtag NBA on Signal, hashtag always a fan.
So we have to go back to the timeout of Coach Kung Fu. He pointed out that, you know, the net defense and the floor defense are not synchronized. The floor defense is always out of position. Meanwhile, the blocking, you know, they really need to press their hands in to get more kill blocks because they're well established, but then, you know, it is maximized by the attackers of the Cool Smashers. But this time, a much needed point on the side of the Cool Smashers. EJ Laure so far playing so well. It's her turn this time to go for the hands of the blockers of the Cool Smashers.
EJ Laure, she mentioned, completely reversed her storyline from game 1. Only had 1 point then. Now she has 6.
So far, EJ Laure showing up big in today's game. Getting some help here from the net to disrupt the timing of Valdez with the first ball.
It always feels bad, no? If you're the receiver, bigla na lang magdodrop yung bola sa harap mo.
Exactly, really tough there.
2019, pass, Banaga will answer back.
A timely activation from the middle there. Kyle Negrito has been relying a lot on Tots Carlos, but this time trusting Pangs Panaga to go for that A-quick.
Look at the celebration coming from Pangs. 20 all. Nice start for game number 2. Yeah, but Rose Vargas serving now. Ball received by Jen Yerba, one of the best in the league. Unfortunately, that was a nice block coming in from the side of Creamline.
Liza Valdez silencing Mylene Paat. They're closing the right angle to get that kill block. No coverage on the side of the crossovers.
I like that. MVP versus MVP.
Again, Liza Valdez, always a clutch player, knows how to get points in the end stretch of the set.
Here's Ea Laure. She also...
But if you have Liza Valdez on the other side, you have Ea Laure, who has been definitely the scoring machine on the side of the crossovers. Not intimidated at all.
I actually have a shot in the dark question for you. I don't expect you to answer this, but hopefully may sagot ka. Do you have a most clutch player in Philippine volleyball?
You know, Eliza Valdez has proven herself again and again. It's just rightfully to answer that she's one of the best clutch players. But you know, Aya Laure has proven herself also in the collegiate level and growing to be the clutch player also in the pro scenes. And right now, Jas Nabor has been going for her a lot of times, switching her angle, this time going down the line. Again, zone 1 still has been a problem on the side of the Cool Smashers.
22-21 now. Off of the serve by Ces Robles. Nice play to Eliza.
So far, it has been Eliza Valdez here on the side of the Cool Smashers and Aya Laure on the side of the Crossovers. Great combination play there. Eliza Valdez, only one blocker going cross-court.
Now, here comes the interesting rotation again for Creamline. Michelle Gumabao checks in for Kyle Negrito. So we're expecting
Tots Carlos to play as the setter, as she did also in the third set in the game 1.
But since you were her former teammate, as Tots Carlos gives us a service ace, I'd like to get your thoughts about Tots Carlos's ability to set.
Well, definitely Tots Carlos, you know, she's gifted with a really, you know, big hands. And that's a very valid explanation because hawak na hawak niya talaga yung bola.
Here's Chery to try to counter. Nice block by Risa Sato. Chance ball Creamline. The set by Tots onto Eliza Valdez. At the net, it's put up by Creamline again. MG from the opposite. Nice block by the Crossovers.
So it was so very obvious that Tots Carlos was going to Gumabao. But you know, if Carlos has the skills, no, it's hard for her to develop that mindset of a setter. The reason why she was very predictable in the previous sequence. So right now, Mafe Galanza in for the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Let's see what she can do. Mafe Galanza did not see action in game number 1 of this series. We proceed with Mylene Paat, tied at 23. Ball received by Eliza. Mafe goes to MG. Ball put up by Buding Berendez. Nabor will send it to Aya Laure, who is rejected at the net.
Risa Sato has had crucial points, crucial block points, skill blocks in that game 1. This time, a very important point for them, silencing Aya Laure in the previous sequence.
Set point for Eliza Valdez and company. Nice serve, ball received by Nierba. Chance ball. Here's Creamline. Atienza, Galanza to Sato. Great dig. That defense still alive for Creamline. And a nice counter there by Aya Laure.
But you can't stop Aya Laure. Continues to carry crossovers. No, not the best of sets, really out of system, but you know, still found a way to score a point, outsmarting the net defense there, talking about Aya Laure.
What a start for us, Ayel. An extended set for game number 2. Nice serve, tough receive, ball sent through. Here's Pauline. Galanza will send it back to Eliza Valdez. Back row hit, still no point, and here's EJ. Ooh. That's wide on the cross.
So EJ Laure had a good intention, just you know, trying to go cross court, her comfortable attack style, but then just really too much angle for her and lack of risk action.
Set point, Risa Sato and Creamline. 25 serving 24. Ball put up by Mylene Paat. Here's EJ again. Rejected at the net.
Oh, it was an out-of-system set. EJ Laure hoping to get some coverage from her teammates.
Creamline takes set number 1 here inside the Field Sports Arena. That's Pangs Panaga sending the ball back to EJ Laure and company. What a start for us. Again, this is only the beginning for game number 2. Score for set 1 is 26-24. New streaming experiences also await via the Filipinas Live app, available for Filipinos everywhere. Download and subscribe now for as low as 149 pesos only. So set number 1 was concluded in 31 minutes of play. 26-24 was the final score. Creamline won it, but Ayel, how would you evaluate the start of Chery Tiggo in this match?
Well, definitely a better start for them compared to the first set of game 1. Both teams starting strong. Both teams getting momentum in the start of the set. You know, for a time, it was crossovers who were leading and controlling the game. Just Nabor having, you know, a great day in terms of playmaking, activating everyone. Gaston, Carandang, Pahat, the Laures. But, you know, it's really hard to play against the Creamline Cool Smashers as they know how to get a set. So you really have to be consistent all throughout the game. And that crucial error coming from EJ Laure definitely gave the advantage to the Creamline Cool Smashers. As we see the numbers, not a lot of disparity in terms of attack points. 19 for Cool Smashers against the 16 of the Crossovers. But in terms of blocking, you know, the Cool Smashers was really able to silence Aya Laure, slow her down 4 block points against the two of Chery Tiggo, and even Cool Smashers also committing more errors in that set. Really clean volleyball here for the Crossovers, only 2 errors, but again, it is the timing of the errors, and that one from EJ Laure definitely was something that hurt them in that first set.
Let's see if EJ Laure and company will have answers to Pangs Panaga, Eliza Valdez, and the rest of Creamline. Let's enumerate some leading scorers. Tots Carlos has 9 so far. Eliza has 5. Pangs Panaga has 4. On the other end, it's EJ Laure with 6 points to A. Laure's 5 and Pauline Gaston's 4. Zach Arandang will score the first point from set number 2.
Zach Arandang, really one of the efficient attackers here on the side of the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Every time she gets that set, 50% of the time, she really gets to convert that into a point.
How would you characterize the chemistry of Za and Jasmine Abor?
Well, definitely with Zach Arandang only playing, you know, 2 sets in game 1, but still getting 9 points is a lot of production as a middle blocker. And just also goes to prove that, you know, may first ball din talaga yung crossovers in that game. It was just really a matter of converting, you know, the sets into points for them.
1-1 now. Gemma Galanza with a sharp serve. Chance ball, Creamline. There's the push. Negrito looks and sets onto Eliza Valdez. Ball put up by Jasmine Abor. Aya approaching, attacking. She got blocked. Scramble forced. Counter for Creamline. Pangs Panaga will score. And now we'll take this time to listen in to Sam Corrales.
Speaking of Pangs Panaga, I got to ask the Cool Smashers about their blocking since it was a crucial piece for them in Game 1. Now, Kyle Negrito said this is also her strength as a tall setter. Sabi niya, her team received well. Pinahirapan nila ang Chery without service aces in that game. And according to Kyle, this is a good sign for them, and they're really hoping to replicate that today. Now, the semis atmosphere is electric here at the Philsports Arena, but to help her have clear decision-making, Kyle just blocks out the noise and is just focusing on her teammates, communicating every play. Catch more of these semis action on Pilipinas Live for 149 pesos a month. Back to you, Migs and AL.
Well, we did see 4 block points for Creamline in set number 1, and that was distributed among Kyle Negrito, Eliza Valdez, Lisa Sato, and Pangs Panaga.
So a really team effort there on the side of the Cool Smashers. Some also talking about the great distribution of Kyle Negrito. 3 players were in double digits in that Game 1.
That's Eliza with Tots and Gemma. As we saw, service error coming in from Pangs Panaga. 3 on now for Coach Sherwin Meneses and Coach Kung Fu Reyes here in game number 2.
Another close start for this second set.
Shaya Dorador is back in after having a minor injury in set 1. Service error though.
But both teams really trying to use their service as attack. Forces them to commit some errors. But a great intention there.
How about Tots? Already in double figures. Is this new to you?
Not surprised, you know, we're really expecting Tots Carlos to also be one of the contributors in terms of scoring. And again, that is the luxury of the Cool Smashers here. Anyone set up, anyone activated is able to score a point. But this time it is also replicated, also done by the crossovers. This time, Gaston scoring again in that slide attack, loving that set from Just Nabor.
And she apparently has a signature celebration. I don't know how you call that celebration, but we'll take it from Pauline. Nice block there. Tots Carlos on the back, making it look so simple.
You know, and Tots Carlos continues to be a problem on the side of the crossover, still being challenged in terms of defending the attacks of Tots Carlos.
Now you mentioned you weren't surprised to find out that Tots is already in double figures in this matchup. But if I can give you a bit of a throwback, when you were still in UP, did you already have expectations for Tots Carlos to be an MVP in this level?
Oh, well, definitely a big yes. She has the talent. You know, she has the structure. She is very athletic. She has everything. It's just a matter of him really maturing and getting that experience. And Just Nabor continues to go to Gaston in that slide attack, but this time, net touch error on the side of the Cool Smashers committed by Galanza.
It's 5-all now in set number 2. We get to see Ella De Jesus. Zacarandang returns on the other end to help out Pauline Gaston. Pauline has 5 points so far in this game after only scoring 3 in game 1. And what a nice addition she has been for Chery Tiggo.
Exactly. You know, playing her natural position as a middle blocker also really allowed her to shine.
Just couldn't get to the ball there.
Galanza making up for that error earlier. Not the strongest of hits. Again, this is the advantage of Galanza. She knows her angle. She has a great ball control, so her placement shots really has been very efficient.
Zacarandang will score on the other end.
Zacarandang sort of sped things up there. A lot of speed in that A-quick attack. Taking advantage of that loose block as well as we take a look at this replay.
Back and forth we go here in set number 2. Jasmine Nabor now serves off of the full rotation. 6 excellent sets to her name. Ball received by Eliza again. Open hit. Ball goes to Ayel Estraniero, which means it's outside.
Another point for Gemma Galanza there. Didn't have to avoid the blockers this time, using the hands of the blockers. Oh, the hands of Adorador also not pressed in.
Creamline now takes the lead. Kyle Negrito has 10 excellent sets. That's after having 23 in game 1. There's the serve. Received by Shaya. She's going to get that ball. Nice hit by Adorador.
Right now, the crossovers, they're not getting a lot of excellent pass, excellent reception, but Jasnabor able to set it just right enough for her attackers to still score a point.
So the back and forth has continued. Now it's EJ Laure with 6 points to her name. Straight to Ella De Jesus. Negrito opens up. Tots Carlos with the hammer.
Tots Carlos with another clean attack again and again. Tots Carlos continues to score for the Cool Smashers. A fast low set coming from Kyle Negrito there. Beating the blocker.
Mapili ba sa set yan?
No, Tots Carlos, again, I mentioned earlier, pangit man, maganda man, she really knows how to adjust. That's why she's one of the, the great attackers, the #1 spiker here in PVL.
Pero wala rin siyang hirit sa'yo. Or sa ibang setters yan na, ganda mo naman, walang ganon.
No, as a spiker, sometimes you would really want the best set. So you sometimes negotiate, taas mo naman, baba mo naman. But it's very normal. That's why communication is very important in volleyball.
At least she sounded kind in how you phrased that. As Carlos will score again.
Kyle Negrito here and Tots Carlos showing some great connection. Another reverse set from Kyle Negrito.
13 points down for Tots Carlos. The lead is back to Creamline. 9 serving 8. 5 points for Pangs Panaga so far. That serve goes straight to Jen Nierva. Combination, tip. Ball put up by Eliza Valdez. Back set, Tots Carlos. Tip on the other end.
Maria Laura was trying to go for a power tip, but Eliza Valdez was there. This time it was Tots Carlos trying to go for that soft touch. Seeing that hole, Nierva and Adorador trying to go to that ball. Again, they read that well, but a bit late and trying to go for that defense.
It's 10 to 8 now. This is the biggest lead in the set, by the way. It's been that tight. Nabor will give it up to Ea. On the cross, ball put up by Gemma. Negrito opens. The other end, here's the counter. That's long.
Oh, that was a tough angle for Ea Laure. That set coming from Jen Nierva. Was just trying to spin that ball into zone 1. But really lacked of risk action there.
Now, Creamline is slowly but surely building a good cushion.
And again, Creamline, as the set goes on, they become more consistent. Reason why it's really difficult to play against them. You have to play green volleyball, and this time, Adorador has been playing well also on the side of the crossovers.
Badly needed point by Chery Tiggo to end that dry spell. Bit of a dry spell for them. Not the worst though. 9 serving 11 now. Shaya approaches and serves straight to Tots. Here's Eliza with the tip. Tough save. Ea will hit that ball. Negrito onto Sato. Nice block by Pauline. Sato now onto Eliza. What a dig by Buding. Ea Laure against 2 blockers. Could not get that ball through. The same case for Jasmine Abor.
But Jasnabor had the right thing in mind to go for that 1-2 play. Both of her frontline attackers were not in the best position to be set at. As we see this replay, Laura not ready. Also, Pauline Gaston not ready. But, just a faulty execution there on the side of Jasnabor.
With how you described it, it just seems so complicated being a setter, no? Because it adds to your options, not only distributing the ball to all of your teammates, but you can attack as well, right?
Exactly, and you have to know whether they're ready or not. Free point here for the crossovers.
10 serving 12. It's Ea Laure's turn as we get to see Risa Sato have a quick chat with Kyle Negrito. And now it's Ces Robles who will be checking in for Ea Laure.
Number 21, Ces Robles in.
Is there anything wrong with Ea? Do you suspect anything, Ayel?
Serving for the crossovers.
Could this be fatigue?
You know, the schedule has been tight here in the semis. And Ea Laure has been playing so well on the side of the crossovers. But with the substitution, she can get some rest.
Kyle Negrito attacked. Unfortunately, she made a violation. She committed a violation.
Right now, some errors on the side of the Cool Smashers, letting the crossovers keep the game a little bit close.
Ces Robles. By the way, we can't count out the fact that Ces Robles is a lethal attacker as well.
Exactly. And a great defender as well.
Eliza Valdez against two blockers. And it's Eliza alongside Creamline who will send us to a technical timeout in set number 2. Download Pilipinas Live and get free 7-day premium access. Enjoy the NBA, PBA, UAAP, and the PVL along with highlights, updates, and original programs. We thank you for joining us on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. This is Mix Gomez alongside Ayel Estranero and Sam Corrales for game number 2 of Creamline versus Chery Tiggo. Creamline leads the series 1-0, which means if they get the victory today, they will advance to the finals as we get to see Ea Laure, who was just recently subbed out. And of course, Mimia enjoying the action and the attention from the PVL fans. By the way, as Mimia continues to support Eliza Valdez, that's what you have to love as well. That relationships have grown outside of the volleyball community.
And you know,
as well.
Mimia, one time we had her in the fan stream, and really admitted that she's a fan of the sport even before she became friends with Eliza Valdez.
Could it be a dream come true as well for her to, have a front row seat every time?
Yeah, could be, but EJ Laure here scoring.
And it's Paulina Gaston again with the celebration. Now with Ea on the bench, who do you expect to step up for Chery Tiggo?
Well, everyone really needs to step up this time. Everyone needs to contribute. But so far, it has been like that on the side of the crossovers.
Gemma Galanza making it look like target practice.
And the Creamline Cool Smashers here plays faster volleyball this time compared to set 1. Another fast, low set. Beating the blockers, Karandang very late and trying to close the gap.
Here's Jasmine Abor onto the slide. And that works again.
But so far, it has been the most efficient for the crossovers, that slide attack. Both Karandang and Gaston scoring a lot of points from that combination play.
More often than not, we characterize slide attacks as it happens, no, as very efficient.
Exactly.
But would you actually say that it's the hardest to defend?
No, it's the hardest to defend because, you know, most of the time the blockers are moving, really trying to close an angle. And sometimes you can only close a certain angle. So there's so much space still for the attackers to score a point. As we saw that replay of that tip of Pangs Panaga.
What a tip, what a reach, by the way.
Exactly.
Using the left hand.
Oh, perfect placement also.
15-13, nice serve by Kyle. There's the setup to EJ. And the sharp hit.
EJ Laure so far very consistent in this game. Not just in offense, but also in defense. Great effort there by Adorador and Jas Nabor. And that's
the blockers.
Exactly. A big gap in between the blockers there.
EJ now serves. 14-15. Negrito onto Gemma, sending that ball to the other end and onto the ground.
And that combination play again continues to be effective on the side of the Cool Smashers. And that game one also, that's one thing where the crossovers really struggled at. They had a difficult time reading the combination plays of the Cool Smashers.
16-14. Adorador from the middle, that works.
Oh, but the crossovers has their own version of a combination play. Adorador attacking in the middle this time, going for the three. No blockers there. Also, Atienza not in the perfect position to defend that ball.
15-16 now, Zakarandang. First ball, Alyssa. It's Pangs. Couldn't score there. Shaya with a counter. Ball put up by Kyle Negrito. Ella De Jesus sends it to Tots Carlos, the leading scorer in this game.
Now again, the blocking of the crossovers, it's there, but it's a matter of pressing their hands in because, you know, you can't have that loose hands if you play against the attackers of the Cool Smashers.
17-15 now. Pangs Panaga with 6 points to her name. Sending that ball straight to Jen Nierva. Not the best of receives. Here's Shaya. Ooh, wow.
Again, they look disorganized in the previous sequence. Not the best of first ball, not the best of sets, but Adorador here just doing her job, spinning the ball in, targeting the left hand of Valdez. Still a good point for her. A sigh of relief as well.
What a celebration for Shaya, who's now at the back row. Ball put up by Tots. Negrito opens up. Nice attack by the Phenom.
Liza Valdez maximizing that loose block also.
Now let's maximize our coverage as well as we go to Sam Corrales.
So right now, Aya Laura is actually on the sidelines, and what she told me before the game is that she's paying attention on her health and her teammates' health as well. So she was playing with a slight discomfort. She was actually feeling sick today, but of course, being a pro athlete that she is, she showed up and tried to put on a good fight when her team needed her the most. So she was on the side taking a breath. Team officials told me that she was feeling a bit dizzy, so she's just resting it out at the moment. We'll still have to see if she can come back, but Coach Kung Fu, I saw him talk to Mylene Paat and Franz Ronquillo to stay ready. So let's just see how this game plays out for Chery Tiggo. Back to you.
There you go. That's the explanation. In sports terms, it's a fluke game for Aya Laure. Have you ever played sick?
You know, sometimes, especially in important games like this, minsan pag may sakit ka, you would really want to show up. And, you know, you understand Aya Laure, how she wants to really play in today's game, as this is a very crucial one for them if they want to extend this into Game 3, if they want to reach the final. So we saw her really play it out in the first set, but then, you know, health is still the priority here.
Although we've been getting hints since the beginning of this match. So let's hope that Aya will be okay. See what happened in the previous sequence. Cesc Robles, a capable attacker, forcing a violation on the side of Creamline. Here's Cesc Robles, known for her serving as well.
Oh, one of the all-around players also on the side of the crossovers.
Tots Carlos, nice dig by Cesc. EJ, off of the blockers.
EJ Laure so far, outstanding performance for her. A great dig there by Ces Robles, again extending her arms. But EJ Laure powering through the block of Kyle Negrito.
You have a timeout.
Ay, wag mong diretso ng tres. Umanya ka na.
Sige, coach.
Pero kung alanganin ka, sigaw mo lang si Kyle nandito. Hindi, back row dito.
Kylie, complete mo yung block mo. Complete mo yung sumusay.
Tandaan nyo yung bola natin nasa loob ng court. Nalalaglag. Huwag na kayo tumingin sa katabi. Magbangga ka na kayo dyan. Kuhain nyo lang yung bola. Block, tapos landing. Dito sobra yung dokot mo. Kung hanggang saan lang, okay lang.
Jama, tawag ha. Jama.
Energy! Energy! All energy!
Angat ang laban sa pinakabagong sports app na Pilipinas Live. Papanood ang PBA Season 48 live in high definition and on demand on any device. Available worldwide. Download and register now for free. And right now, we're in the semis of the PVL second All-Filipino Conference. It's Chery Tiggo versus Creamline. The storyline for set 2 is a bit similar to set 1 in terms of how close it is. But Chery Tiggo again is playing without A. Laure as of this moment because she is, as Sam reported, sick for today. Liza Valdez could not score. Nice save by Chery Tiggo. Chance ball Creamline. Negrito back to the Phenom. Who will score?
Liza Valdez's first attempt going for the tip was not successful this time. A combination play, but Liza Valdez continues to choose the tip in the right zone. Perfect placement for her.
Well, we're in the 20s already, so it's more often than not Liza Valdez time.
Exactly.
Johnny Cagande onto EJ Laure. Ball put up by Eliza. Chased by Tots, and here's Gemma Galanza. Oh my goodness. The three-headed monster of Creamline connecting in that previous sequence.
Ito kasi, nakaka-establish na yun ng block. Okay? Sa matter of decision making. Kung bibitawan, yung madaling bitawan. Okay? Kasi basahan talaga yan eh. Naka-establish ang block. Siyempre yung kabila, di-discard sa atin. Decision making, magkukumit ka, bibitawan mo, susayang yung galaw. Hindi natin na-maximize, na-establish ang block. Pero yung mga hulog, hindi naman natin makuha. May nadadampot na tayo eh. Ibig sabihin, pag yung nadadampot, natutuloy natin. So this time, kailangan yung magbasa na maayos para makakuha tayo ng bola. Then attempt. Tapos spiker mo, join may discard yan. Go, Chery!
Coach Kung Fu there talking about the defense of the crossovers, talking about their blocking and decision making. If you want to block it, commit to it. But if you decide to let it go, fully let it go and help the floor defense. But also talked about the floor defense. They're not very synchronized with the net defense. So a lot to work on in terms of defense for the crossovers.
This is the biggest lead now for Creamline in set number 2. As they try to counter again. Gemma Galanza couldn't score. Nice dig by Ces Robles. EJ going cross. Dug up on the other end by Kyla, and it's all worth it as Gemma scores.
No, and this is why Coach Kung Fu was saying if you want to block it, you have to commit to it because the Creamline Cool Smashers, they know how to maximize the hands of their blockers. No, late in pressing her hands in there, Maylene Paat.
Eliza serves. Ooh. With 9 points, that's an error though. Lead back to 3. Maylene Paat now has a word with Coach Kung Fu.
Crossovers have to play consistent volleyball here to close this gap.
Here's Pauline Gaston. Here's the serve. The set to the combination. Met at the net. Good defense by Chery Tiggo. Ball deflected and chased by Eliza. They open up. Gemma Galanza with the tip. Nice block again. They push onto Tots. That's long.
So Creamline scrambling in that floor defense.
By the way, I want to give a big shout out to our referees. We haven't had a single challenge.
But also because both teams are really playing clean volleyball.
Nati Galanza and Michelle Gumabao return. They saw a bit of action in set number 1. 20 serving 22. Pauline Gaston sending that ball in. Bit of a miscue on the side of Creamline. MG is blocked. And there's the absolute miscue for the point of Chery Tiggo.
The set was a bit low for Gumabaw. Just trying to go for the cross court, but then EJ Lowry ready for that. A miscue also in the coverage of the Cool Smashers.
Lead down to 1. Chery Tiggo for the tie now. Ball in. Galanza looks onto her sister. Ball put up by Chery Tiggo. Tough angle. That's out.
Oh, that was a great dig coming from Gaston. This time just 2 points away from taking the set to Creamline.
Risa Sato serves. Straight to EJ. Kagande looks and sets. Lowry. Lefty push. Bit of a scramble. Gemma Galanza. Yes, ma'am.
Again, Gemma Galanza has been unstoppable in this set, in this end stretch of the set. Not even avoiding the blockers, just maximizing the hands to score a point.
It's 3 set points now for Risa Sato and the rest of the Creamline Cool Smashers. They still haven't lost the set here in the semifinals. Ball in, straight to Nierva. Kagande to Pat, who's rejected at the net.
A solid block there coming from Galanza. Combination play there, Pat. Going for that attack, but Galanza read that well. Perfect timing, perfect pressing of the hands.
And a perfect celebration as well from Gemma. Creamline is up 2-0 against Chery Tiggo. They're 1 set away from reaching the finals for the 10th time in PVL history. New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app, available for Filipinos everywhere. Download and subscribe now for as low as 149 pesos only. Well, it's now 2-0 in favor of Creamline versus Chery Tiggo in game number 2. The most pressing concern is the fact that Ea Laure was subbed out in set number 2 because, as Sam mentioned, she actually is sick coming into today's action. So Chery Tiggo had to finish out set 2 without her.
Exactly, but despite Ea Laure being on the side of the court, crossover still playing well, great exchanges from both teams, good execution also. We're seeing really great team effort from the Cool Smashers and the crossovers. Just Nabor, Kyle Negrito, great playmaking, but each other also really challenging each other's defense. It's just a matter of really staying consistent, and it has been Creamline really playing well in the 20th mark of the set. As you can see the numbers, big disparity here in terms of attacking. And again, it could be, one of the reasons could be the absence of Ea Laure in that second set. 20 attack points against the 13 of the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. And also, one thing here also that we can highlight is that the Cool Smashers also committing more errors against the crossovers with 7 and the crossovers only with 4. So right now, the Cool Smashers really banking on their strength, which is their spiking.
Well, relatively speaking, the number of errors that you just mentioned, Ayel, are low, right? Kasi nasa 4 and 7 lang naman.
Exactly.
And Creamline is actually known for being high-risk, high-reward team.
Exactly. And, despite Creamline committing more errors, they try to make up for that in their attacking. So we saw a really big number there in terms of attack points. 20 points, in attacks is really big in one set.
By the way, Ea is still not on the floor for Chery Tiggo. As Tots Carlos tried to score to no avail. Negrito this time onto Gemma Galanza, who's rejected at the net.
Cesc Robles, since she was put in that second set, she has been a game changer and an impact player in terms of her game, playing good defense and attacking also, getting the kill block earlier.
Jasmine Nabor serves, received by Alyssa. Combination, Gemma Galanza.
But the combination play of the Creamline Cool Smashers continue to do damage in the defense of the crossovers.
Gemma now has 13 points in this game. Tots Carlos has 15. There's the serve by Galanza. Ball put up. Nabor, combination on the other end. This time it's rejected by Creamline.
Also 3 blockers there in front of Cesc Robles. Valdez, Panaga, and Carlos reading that well, jumping in the right time.
2 serving 1. Gemma onto Shaya. Now it's Pauline. Ball put up by Galanza. And here's Alyssa Valdez. That ball did not go through.
Gaston getting that kill block. Another exchanges here. Great exchanges in the start of this third set. You really see the eagerness of the crossovers to try to extend this into a game 3, but right now they really need to get this set to be able to extend this first.
Oh, it's now or never for them.
No, exactly.
They're basically fighting to stay alive in the conference. Nice hit, Pauline Gaston. And it seems like a different celebration now for her.
Exactly. Back-to-back points for Pauline Gaston. Earlier, it was a kill block. This time, another slide attack for her, choosing the right angle.
I wonder where she gets those celebrations.
A lot of energy, very animated. Talking about Pauline Gaston.
3-2. Nice receive. Leading up to that point for pass.
Kyle Negrito is really grown to be a deceiving setter here. Really delaying her sets, especially when setting up the middle.
3-all now. Pangs Managa, by the way, has 8 points to her name. She's the 4th leading scorer of Creamline, behind Valdez, Carlos, and Galanza. Ball up by EJ, chased by Nabor, back set to Shaya. That's in. And now, Let's listen in to Sam Corrales.
At this point, it's really a mental challenge for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers if they want to keep their finals hopes alive and force a Game 3. Now, EJ Laure told me that they know exactly what to do physically but they need a bit more focus, thinking less about what they feel. Grabe nga daw talaga pumalo sina Gemma, Eliza, and Tots, and Creamline definitely has a deep bench. Now, speaking to EJ and Aya earlier, they told me that they're putting the trust in Coach Kung Fu, who has really been their mentor for so long. So let's see if they can keep their finals hopes alive, or will Creamline power through another finals appearance? Let's wait and see on the Filipinos Live app for just 149 pesos a month, available for Filipinos everywhere in the world. Back to you, Migs and Ayel.
Thank you so much, Sam. Good reminder for us, no, that EJ and Aya have been with Coach Kung Fu for the longest time. Actually, si Coach Kung Fu, iba dito, mga nakalaban niya rin sa UAAP.
Some also pointed out how it's going to be a mental game this time for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers.
Here's Kyle Negrito on Teresa Sato. Nice rejection. Scramble. Eliza Valdez. Ball deflected. Nabor recalculates to the open. Thoughts keeping it alive. Ball tipped. Here's EJ. Good chance for Creamline. Negrito opens up. Eliza Valdez down the line.
Eliza Valdez going down the line this time. Almost no block there. Great setting from Kyle Negrito.
5 serving 4. Here's the leading scorer in our game. Tots Carlos with 15. EJ Laure has 10 on the other end. Nabor, bit tight there. A chance for Creamline. Combination. And Eliza will score.
So back-to-back points for Eliza Valdez, but it's also credit really the great playmaking of Kyle Negrito, always leaving just one blocker to her attackers. And you know, one blocker against the attackers of Creamline really would not be enough.
Yeah. 6-4 now. Jai Atienza has checked in, by the way. Let's see if she can make a big difference. Tots Carlos with a signature jump serve. Nabor sets up EJ, who scores.
Oh, that was a deceiving set from Jas Nabor. It looked like she was going for a 1-2 play as a lefty setter.
5-6 now. Shaya Adorador, who by the way is also nursing an injury. May balot na no, sa kanyang kaliwang kamay, even the left thigh. Teresa Sato, tough dig by Buding. I hope a cameraman got to see Buding Durendez's reaction.
Exactly. Looked like another basic dig from Buding Durendez. We haven't talked a lot about her, but you know, their tandem, Buding Durendez and Jen Yerva, has been really creating a positive impact on the side of the crossovers, really stabilizing their floor defense.
Oh my goodness. Eliza Valdez has come alive once more.
But this time, Buding Durendez in the right spot, but could not contain that cross-court attack of Eliza Valdez.
Eliza now has 12 points to her name. Service goes in at the net. Ball returned to Creamline. Tots Carlos giving up a chance ball. Nabor looks, going for 1-2. 1-2 on the other end. Jen Yerba onto the opposite. Nabor attacks. Check ball.
Jas Nabor, also one of the offensive setters here in the league, and not just with 1-2 players, she's also a capable attacker, a capable spiker.
It's just very unorthodox to see a center attack like that.
And that's one of her advantages as well, talking about Jas Nabor.
EJ Laure serves with 12 points to her name. 7-all in set 3. Gemma Galanza. Whistle blown. Violation. Chery Tiggo.
Again, Gemma Galanza. Seems like she's never intimidated with the blockers in front of her. She knows who to choose, who to target.
Serve by Risa Sato. Combination. Jess Robles, you knew it.
No, perfect combination play and a perfect execution there. Not credit half the point there to the really convincing approach of Jai Atienza, leaving no blockers for Ces Robles. Almost an automatic point. Actually, an automatic point for them.
There was a smile on the face of Cal Negrito. She knew what was going to happen. Served by Jai Atienza. Nice serve, by the way. Galanza with the approach and the point.
Galanza continues to score points even with blockers in front of her. And this is really her biggest advantage also. And this is why she's one of the biggest assets of the Creamline Cool Smashers. A very all-around player.
Was she like that already in college?
Well, definitely, but she has improved tremendously when she started to play for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Just the same how, you know, Tots Carlos has improved a lot. Just goes to show how the system is really fitting them well as players.
Nabor hit that ball again this time around.
Great intention to go for that cut shot, sharp cross, but just too much angle for her.
It's 10 serving 8. Full rotation, Kyle Negrito. There's the serve onto Shaya. Nabor gives it up to Ces Robles. Down the line target, it works.
Right now, one of the consistent spikers on the side of the crossovers has been Ces Robles in this set. Earlier trying to go cross court, this time going to zone 1.
Straight to the line. Jasmine Nabor serving on the other end. 11 excellent sets so far for her. It's 9-10. Negrito opens up. Tots Carlos. Nice rejection.
Oh, that was a great first ball, great set, but Tots Carlos was perfectly marked there.
So we're tied at 10. This is the 8th deadlock in set 3. We had 8 as well in set 2 and 10 deadlocks in set 1.
It just goes to show how both of these teams really want a win today.
Tough dig by Eliza Valdez.
Great dig.
And what a hit that was by Gemma. Chance ball Creamline. De Jesus, Negrito, Panaga. Ball dug up by Buding. That's out.
Oh, that was a great dig coming from Buding Doremdes, but a miscue there between Nabor and Adorador, really letting that go in the last second. Both the players letting that go. Missed opportunity there.
So we did hear an instruction of having to be sure with your movements on the court in the previous set. Ces Robles rejected. Nabor. Free ball here. Let's see how Creamline will do. Ball put up by EJ. Chased by Jen Yerba. Another chance ball. Negrito chooses Eliza Valdez. Another tough save. Robles sending it through. Negrito. Back row. Gemma Galanza. The rally continues. Shaya Adorador. Ball sent back by Pangs Panaga.
Both teams with great floor defense, great hustle there. But you know, you can't just spin that ball over when you have Pangs Panaga right in front of you.
She was exactly where she was supposed to be. And now it's a 2-point advantage for Gemma Galanza and company. 14 points to Gemma's name. The board chases. Back to Shaya for retribution. No, ma'am. Another free ball. Kyle onto Tots. And Creamline will lead us to our technical timeout in set number 3.
Jump.
Experience a new way to feel the heart of volleyball. Watch every set, spike, dig, and block live in high definition and on demand anytime, anywhere, and on any device via Pilipinas Live. Download and register now. We are coming to you live from the Field Sports Arena in Pasig City for game number 2 of Creamline versus Chery Tiggo. Creamline is one set away from reaching the finals for the 10th time in PVL history. That's out of 13 overall conferences, by the way. As you take a look at assistant coach Shota Sato from Kurashiki Ablaze, and of course Coach Hideo Suzuki as well. They were the champions the last time that we had our invitational conference for the PVL. Great to have them back. They won't be competing. They just missed the action, Ayel.
They just want to enjoy the volleyball scene here in the Philippines.
By the way, as we continue our action in our venue, we shall again bring up the question, which star will have a heroic all-around performance in this game? That's between Gemma Galanza and Ea Laure. Ea Laure, by the way, has been sidelined since set number 2. And we shall see the answers of our people watching. It's 78% Gemma Galanza. Well, if you see the statistics, obviously with Ea being sidelined, it will make sense that Gemma has an advantage.
And so far, Gemma Galanza already with 13 attack points and 1 block. Meanwhile, Ea Laure with 5 attack points. Given that she only played in the first set and half of the second set.
But again, we hope that Ea will be okay. It's not easy to play at this point of the year, no? With you not being at 100%.
So, but aside from Gemma Galanza and Ea Laure, both teams really so far displaying great team effort.
14-11, nice approach, nice hit by EJ.
Exactly. Great swing and a great finish there from Ea Laure. Probably her cleanest hit so far. Sato also late in closing that block.
It's now 12 serving 14. Pauline Gaston with 8 points to her name, doing the honors. Sorry, the score, yeah, let's just check that. It is 14-12 before the error at the service line. So now it's 15-12 in favor of Creamline.
So right now it's the Cool Smashers leading this game and controlling this game.
Tots Carlos sending that ball in. Attack from the middle. That will be the first point of Jaya Tienza.
And Atienza connecting in that be quick play.
See if she can be activated continuously here.
Great effort there from Atienza, trying to still keep that ball alive.
13 serving 15 now. Shaya Adorador. Ball straight to Tots. Nice receive. Eliza Valdez checking that ball out.
Jaya Atienza doing a great job in trying to close the gaps, but Eliza Valdez again. When there's a loose block, you can't have a loose block because the Creamline Cool Smashers knows how to use the hands of the blockers.
13 points now for Eliza in this game. Spread evenly throughout the sets.
Exactly.
EJ, tough dig, whistle blown, violation Creamline. And again, we still have 0 challenges made in this game.
Both teams just really came in prepared in this game. The Cool Smashers, again, so far really a better performance for them compared to game 1.
14-16, Gemma Galanza. Nice approach. Blockers were late.
And that's partly because Kyle Negrito has been really playing well in terms of playmaking, fast flow sets, always beating the blockers, always creating gaps in between the blockers.
17-14 now, the chase by Jasmine Nabor. There's Ces Robles with the point.
Perfect placement there for Ces Robles. Didn't even force a lot of power in that attack. Just really angled that well. May konting silip pa before attacking.
Nice, intelligent, and fast move there by Ces Robles, as you just described. 15-17, that's in. Not the best of reads for the Phenom.
Giant Yensa, really quality minutes for her in this third set. Contributed earlier in that B-quick attack this time. Perfect angle for her, perfect placement.
Lead down to 1. Atienza serves again. First ball, Gemma. She's gonna get it back. Straight to zone 1.
Gemma Galanza again and again. Not a lot of power, just the right amount of speed. The brisk action going to zone 1. Saw that there was a hole.
It's now 18, serving 16. Kyle Negrito has 16 excellent sets. There's the serve. Not to Shaya. The board. To Ces. Ball deflected. A chance for Creamline. They back set onto Tots. Nice tip. Recovery for Chery Tiggo. Chance ball to the white shirts. Combination. Tots. Carlos puts it away.
You know, the combination play of Creamline has been really clean. Di man lang tumatama sa blockers ng crossovers. This really goes to show how skilled the players are.
Tots Carlos in this game now has 17. Kyle Negrito continues to serve. Nice serve there. Ces Robles able to hit that ball. Creamline counters. Opposite hit. Net touch. Chery Tiggo.
Also, it scraped the arms of EJ Lowry. So we're in the 20th mark.
Now this might be the emergency button for Coach Kung Fu Reyes. Ea Lowry returns. She's not 100%, needing 6 today. She was subbed out in the middle part of set number 2. 20 serving 16. Kyle Negrito with her very deadly serve. And as I say that, it's an error.
Now, risky serve there was really trying to use her serve as a form of attack.
17-20. And Chery Tiggo pull off a comeback so that they can stay alive in our All-Filipino Conference. Ball received by Gemma Galanza. She gets it back. The tip.
A smart play from Gemma Galanza. Earlier, a lot of attacks coming from her in the left pin. This time from the right pin. Just the right tip for her. Perfect placement within the rem des late.
21-17. Received by Shaya. Back set to Ea against 2 blockers. She couldn't score. Negrito. Onto Valdez. Down the line. That's out. Eliza's okay. Ooh, there was a moment of silence from everybody. That's how much respect people have for the Phenom.
No, but still Creamline with some cushion here.
18-21. Ea Laure. First ball, Ella. Kyle gives it up to Tots. Ball put up by Chery Tiggo. And a chance ball. Up in the skies. Galanza, Negrito, Valdez. The rally continues. Nabor, back set to Shaya. Ball dug up by Gemma Galanza. Tots Carlos hitting it off of the blockers.
And it has been the problem of the crossovers. They get to establish their blocks, but their hands, they could not press it in.
We now have a timeout.
Ng bola, make sure idikit nyo ng konti yung bola natin sa net para maka-atake yung gitna natin. Kasi ang nangyayari, nagdudulo-dulo na lang ulit tayo. Okay? Nakakadampot naman na tayo ng bola eh. Pero ang kailangan natin, establish ang block, kuha tayo ng mga galing sa deflect ng block natin. Okay? Pag in doubt, kuha na kayo ng bola kasi hindi alam kung outside o inside eh. So ibig sabihin, hindi sigurado, damputin nyo na at least yung bola buhay. At least makaka-atake ulit tayo. Okay? Let's go!
Kaya pa yan, kaya pa yan.
Atmos, Tiger ha! Go, Chery!
Coach Kung Fu there asking for more effort in the floor defense of the crossovers, especially that they are in the crucial moments right now. Cool Smashers only 3 points away from taking this match and securing their final slot.
See Amy Hernandez, Seth Rodriguez, and Alina Bicar all sidelined for today, wishing for survival here in our All-Filipino Conference. It's now or never for Chery Tiggo. Slide hit for Pauline Gaston.
We haven't seen a lot of the slide attacks in this set, and it has been working well for them. A great first ball there and great angle for Pauline Gaston.
A badly needed point by the women in red. It's now 19 serving 22. Let's see what Pauline and company can do. Ball in, straight to Tots. Kyle opens up. Alyssa Valdez. That's wide.
No, Valdez has been really trying to target the zone 1, going down the line, but so far not successful.
20 serving 22. Long way to go here in set number 3. We get to see Risa Sato. Now it's Pauline Gaston serving again. Running hit. Wow, what a dig by Ea. Ball tip and a chance for Creamline. Back set. Tots Carlos will score.
Kyle Negrito goes to their leading scorer, Tots Carlos, with that reverse set. Again, middle blocker Jaya Atienza late in closing the gap.
Now we're back with the lineup. MG as an attacker and Tots Carlos as a setter. Tots serves. Ball put up by Jen Yerva. Nabor back sets. Shai Adorador met at the net.
You know, Sato would not get a lot of kill blocks, but her kill blocks are in the perfect timing in crucial moments. Teaming up with Alyssa Valdez there.
4 match points for Tots Carlos and Creamline. Nabor opens up. EJ Laure will score off of the blockers.
So EJ Laure has really showed up big here in this game too.
See the numbers of EJ. She now has 14 points after only scoring 1 in game 1.
Really a big disparity in terms of her performance.
Shaya Dorador will be serving. They're facing 3 match points for Creamline. Ball up by Ella De Jesus. Here's MG. That's in. And Creamline will advance to our All-Filipino Conference Finals.
Oh, Creamline has been dominant. They have been consistent. They've been locked in since the start of this conference. And, you know, they're back to the finals even with the absence of, you know, Gia De Guzman and Celine Domingo. And it just continues to prove that it's really about their system, about their chemistry that they have worked for the past years.
They didn't even lose a set in the semis. They remain undefeated in our second All-Filipino Conference. Creamline continues to dominate. We'll be back to wrap this game up. Relive this game and all PVL games anytime, anywhere on the Pilipinas Live app. Available for Filipinos everywhere. Download and subscribe now for 149 pesos only. Creamline advances to the finals as now Sam Corrales is with our best player of the game. We've had 13 conferences in the history of the PVL, and 10 of those 13 times, Creamline has reached the finals, winning it 6 times so far. So their dominating campaign continues. They win this matchup versus Chery Tiggo in straight sets again, Ayel.
Exactly, and you know one of the biggest advantage here of the Creamline Cool Smashers is their experience in high-intensity games, their experience of, you know, winning championships and getting really developing that winning mindset, and that's something that, you know, you don't develop if you don't experience it, and that's, again, the biggest advantage of the Creamline Cool Smashers. But, you know, in this game, the crossovers really has shown up big. We talked about how Just Nabor has to play her A game, and she did really play her A game today, activating everyone, keeping everyone involved. EJ Laure with an outstanding performance, but then, you know, it's just unfortunate that their leading scorer in Aya Laure, one of their power hitters, you know, is not 100% in today's game, but really both teams put in the effort, a lot of great exchanges, but at the end of it, it's really a matter of who stays consistent and who executes better, especially towards the end stretch of the sets.
It was a very clean match, as you described. 0 challenges all throughout. It was that good. And we're not even in the finals. But there you see the final statistics, Ayel.
As the numbers show, there's a big disparity in the attack points between the Cool Smashers and the Crossovers. 56 attack points against the 42 of the Crossovers. Creamline continues to prove that they are the #1 spiking team, that their strength really lies in their spikers and their attackers. Both teams with a great net defense today. 8 blocks for the Cool Smashers, 6 for the Crossovers. Both teams trying to challenge their passing. 1 ace for the Cool Smashers, 2 for the Crossovers, but Creamline here committing more errors in 16 and the Crossovers with 11.
Although relatively speaking, mababa pa rin yan in total for a 3-set match. Alright, so there you have it. For this series, Creamline defeats Chery Tiggo in 2 games as they enter the finals for the 10th time in the history of our league. Now we turn you over to Sam Corrales.
Yes, now for the 10th time in PVL history and back to defend their crown, the Creamline Cool Smashers are back on top and ready to go to the All-Filipino Finals! Alright, so our best player of the game right now is Kyle Negrito. Unang-una, congratulations. Kwento mo naman sa amin, paano ninyo nagawa na i-sweep ang Chery Tiggo throughout the semi-series? Ano yung mga pinagdaanan ninyo?
I think talagang nagtrabaho lang talaga kami simula sa training pa lang. Talagang alam namin na hindi biro yung kalaban namin. So talagang nag-prepare kami and nag-stick kami sa game plan, and we're so happy na na-execute namin siya today.
And of course, it was a total team effort. You were able to distribute the ball well among your teammates, your attackers, blockers. You have Eliza Valdez, you have Tots Carlos, you have Gemma Galanza. So how does that feel to have them by your side? And how important is mental clarity for you as a setter?
Ang masasabi ko lang sa mga teammates ko, sobrang patient. Yung mga yan, hindi yan choosy. Kahit anong iset mo sa kanila, papaluin nila. Kaya I'm so very thankful na grabe yung patience nila sa akin and yung confidence na binibigay nila sa akin. I love you guys.
At dahil you're off to the finals, Game 1 is happening on Thursday. Makakalaban nyo either Choco Mucho or Signal. Quickly, ano yung expectations mo in that match, if ever?
Sa ngayon, magpapahinga muna kami and manonood kami, and kung sino man ang manalo, pag-aaralan namin ng husto at pagtatrabahuhan namin ng maigi.
Kyle, any message to the Creamline supporters who came out to support you and your teammates here at Phil Sports, and to those watching at home?
I just want to say hi and thank you to my family na nandito po ngayon na nanonood na. And thank you to the fans of Creamline Cool Smashers! Salamat po sa walang sawang suporta. Kita-kita po tayo sa finals!
The Creamline Cool Smashers are back and ready to go to another final series, this time in the All-Filipino Conference. There you have it, our best player of the game, Kyle Negrito. Back to you.
Thank you, Sam. For everybody's information, 4 players scored in double figures. For Creamline, Eliza Valdez had 14, Pax Panaga had 10, Tots Carlos led with 19, and Gemma Galanza had 17. So they will be watching this game. That will happen inside the Field Sports Arena this coming Tuesday. Game number 3 for Signal HD and Choco Mucho. All cards on the table, all hands on deck as these two teams battled it out for the last slot in our final series.
No, but for the Creamline Cool Smashers, they have the advantage here. They can take some rest and prepare for the finals and scout better, against these two teams, Signal HG Spikers and the Chocomucho Flying Titans.
All right, there you have it. Congratulations to the Creamline Cool Smashers for Sam Corrales and Ayel Estranero. My name is Vix Gomez, and this has been your PVL All-Filipino Conference Semifinals.
Bye.